Okay, now I'm going to take this opportunity to explain what this is and who we are. Basically, Digitech Distributors is a locally distribution company. We try to keep abreast of technology, innovations, and bring the best back to our country. Currently, we're having a serious water problem, shortage. So imagine your house is on fire, and the fire brigades cannot help you because the tank is not full.
The fireman is not there.
Or the fireman is not there, or they left the station without water. Such stuff do happen. I'm not trying to discredit you, but we have a serious problem with regard to water. All across Africa as a whole, actually, not just Namibia. So basically, this is first aid. Like everybody's supposed to be having a first aid kit at home, you are supposed to be having this. In your car, in your house, in your business premises. We may think that fire is something that you can avoid or it has not happened, and you sit back and wait for it. But that one day when you drive in your driveway and you see ashes, it's not just about the property that the insurance will pay, it's about the memories you've made there. It's about the energies that you've put into that property to have it as a home, not just as a house. It's the emotions that you have as most of the guests here are gentlemen. When you find your Ferrari on fire, you know that feeling? I don't know it, but I know you know it. Or your Navara. I'm just saying, your Navara can be your Ferrari. You choose what your Ferrari is. You have kids that you live at home, you sleep at night. They are not awake 24 hours a day. So when you sleep, and even research has shown that most fires break out when people are asleep or when they are awake, where they have connected too many appliances or where a single mistake of overheating has occurred. So you never know when the disaster will strike. We have two calamities that we fear most, is water and fire. And they are actually invincible, unless for fire if you have this. Gentlemen, we are really great opportunity to have you here and to bring the Elite Fireball to Namibia. With this fireball, we can overcome so much calamity, so much loss, and so much despair. If you have this in your house, what we normally do is we do a risk assessment within the property that you want to put this in. Your appliances, your sockets, your power switches, your power boxes, you know, where most likely fire is prone to break out. We mount this. What we basically do is, it comes with a stand. So you may be wondering now, this is a round ball, where are we going to put it? It is actually vice versa, the way I put it on your table. So it fits in nicely into it. There are screws here, we drill onto the wall, and then we mount it there, at the specific area where it is, you know, above a plug, above fireplace, all those places. That's where we mount it. So this is how it will be hanging, safely secured from the little ones who may be thinking that it's something to play with, and yet also keeping them at safety, and you at peace of mind wherever you are. With this fireball, passing a vehicle, your fellow Namibian's vehicle is on fire. You drop down and you become a hero for the day. You drop the fireball in and it extinguishes. People might be thinking about now the next questions to ask. What happens if the fire has already gone far? What you need to know is that it can take, in most cases, only 2 minutes for a small fire to become disastrous. And when fire occurs, what do? We run for our lives. You forget about the 20,000 you left under your mattress. You forget about the US dollars that you kept wherever, and you run for your life. So while you run, this baby takes care of business back there for you. And then if we take this into comparison with the fire extinguishing tanks that are currently in the market, basically what happens is, during a fire, if there are 90 people in a building, most probably only 3 knows which pin to pull and what to do and how to do it. You might have the fire extinguisher, but you need to know the technique, whether you are going to start pumping towards the end of the fire or on top of the fire. But with this baby, there is no issue of technicalities. You roll it, you throw it into your fire, it activates itself. You do not even need to remove the outer cover of this ball for it to activate itself. The other difference is I might be having an arm injury when a fire breaks out. I may not be in a position to lift off the fire extinguishing tank on time for me to be able to use it. So when you look at the pros and the cons between the fire extinguishing ball and the fire extinguishing tank, you see that this one is 500 steps ahead. Even when you do a proper research based on how these fire extinguishers are being serviced globally, we all do business. We have different types of businesses we do too. Sometimes you do try and cut corners and see how you can save. Most of the fire extinguishing tanks are brought out from the businesses wherever they are.